What's up everyone, this is Ayasaurus bringing you museum and exhibition reviews. Today I'm going to show you the New Zealand Museum of Toys and Collectibles in Christchurch. This place is relatively a new attraction for Christchurch that opened in 2019, and I think for all of the toys and collectible fans, this place is a must visit. It's kind of exciting to visit a new attraction because many cool places have been damaged and closed since the Canterbury earthquakes, and not enough interesting things have happened since then in the city. So I'm very excited to give you a brief tour of the museum today. Now let's get started. Okay, I'm at the New Zealand Museum of Toys and Collectibles. They open every day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The admission for an adult is $15. I've got so much to show you today, so I need to keep every section a little bit shorter than I've originally planned to. But the first display you meet inside the museum is the model railway. So this model seems to be the standard model rail layout in HO scale, which is the most popular scale in the world, and the rails are spaced 16.5 millimeters apart for modeling 1435 millimeter standard gauge tracks. By the way, according to my dad, who is an expert in model trains, said that the N-gauge model trains are the most popular type in Japan, as there's less space in houses there. You can see there's so many stories and scenes here. The landscape is so intriguing. And you see the New Zealand diesel electric locomotive is running at full speed. So apparently it is quite difficult to create water, the surface of the water in diorama production. But this diorama is quite amazing. Look at this lake, it's really stunning. Also next to the lake you see the Rocky Mountains, which is also beautifully done. Alright, let's move on and see what we got here. We've got Playmobil. It's the Ghostbusters Firehouse set. The figures include Ray, Louis, and Egon. This is one of the biggest Playmobil sets. And next to the Playmobil Ghostbusters, there's a whole section for Harry Potter. That is a dragon from one of the Harry Potter movies.
You're a wizard, Harry.
And there is the owl pet called Hedwig made of Lego bricks. And that's a Hogwarts Express and Hogwarts Castle made with Lego. And I see there's more wands and more figures on the shelves. And that's a Beauxbaton carriage made with Lego bricks. And that big spider is the tarantula from Forbidden Forest. Oh, and those figures are from Fantastic Beasts. The new movie, The Secrets of Dumbledore, is coming out in April. I can't wait to see that one. And opposite of the Harry Potter collection was the whole Playmobil sets. I love Playmobil sets. They're not cheap, but it's the quality, the figures are realistic, and you can just come up with so many stories. Look at the camper vans in the camping ground, and the whole zoo. Look at those penguins at the back. I think I just saw the penguins. Oh, they're really cute. Absolutely love this. And here you see everyone's favorite, Muppets and toys from Sesame Street. I've gone inside the next room, and first there's lots of tractors and diggers. Then there's this whole wall dedicated to Hot Wheels. There are tons of Hot Wheels inside. Hot Wheels are very popular collectible mini cars produced in the US since the 1960s. I'm sure you'll find some rare cars inside this display. And of course, this was my favorite part of the museum, the Barbie doll collection. We see here is a Barbie with a netball, and there's also a Pioneer Barbie from the American Stories collection. They used to have the Colonial Barbie and Native American Barbie, which I really wanted. And there's that McDonald's Barbie doll as well. That's pretty cool too. And you see at the back there is Barbie dolls from Greece. I've never seen those before. All of these just bring me back to the good old time in the 80s when I used to play with Barbie dolls for hours and hours with my sister and also with my best friend. I still have all the Barbie doll sets in my garage from the 80s. We've got more dolls here as well. They're Cabbage Patch Kids over there. Cabbage Patch Kids are the signature dolls from the 80s. They're not particularly cute, but I remember all the girls were so fanatic about it for some reason. And we see here is a room dedicated to cool dioramas capturing different scenes from different wars, including the English Civil Wars that happened in the 17th century and the Battle of Waterloo that happened in the 19th century. So there are plenty of soldiers here. Here are some collectibles from the Star Wars original trilogy that started with Star Wars in May 1977, finishing with Return of the Jedi in May 1983. Some consider this to be the best of the entire Star Wars series. Ralph McQuarrie did most of the illustrations for Star Wars. He designed many of the film's characters, including Darth Vader, Chewbacca, R2-D2, and C-3PO, and drew many concepts for the film sets. These figures are the Bend-Em figures. They are bendable action figures produced by Just Toys since 1993. And shown here are Kenner's Star Wars vintage toy sets from Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, which is quite valuable. George Lucas asked Kenner Toys to make toys for Star Wars, as other companies thought they wouldn't sell. So Star Wars was the first movie to make lots of money from licensing fees for toys and other products. Kenner couldn't make enough toys in time for Christmas 1977, so they sold 600,000 empty cardboard boxes with early bird certificate inside, which the kids could post to Kenner and later receive 4 Star Wars action figures after Christmas. So that was a bit of a backstory of Kenner products. And you see here the Millennium Falcon. It has been in 8 Star Wars movies, with the first being 1977 until The Rise of the Jedi in 2019. It's one of the most recognized spaceships, only second to Star Trek's Enterprise. The Star Wars Lego that you can see here came out in 1999. There are currently about 700 Star Wars Lego sets and over 1,000 different Star Wars minifigures. And please beware, this is the most horrifying section in this museum. Plenty of scary figures in the complete darkness. That is Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. There's a guy with a chainsaw. And down below there's Chucky from Child Play. And then there's more Chucky with Tiffany, known as the Bride of Chucky. And you see above there are more like zombies, and it's the Friday the 13th dude and Freddy up there. And oh my goodness, that was the most treacherous and terrifying thing staring at me. And the camera is skewing away from it because it was so horrifying, and I thought it would jump right out of the case. So if you know what that doll was, let me know in the comment section, because I just wanted to get out of here. So going back to this peaceful section is the superheroes collections. A huge amount of figures from the Avengers and the other Marvel heroes, and also the DC Comics superheroes. And superheroes that I don't even know of. There was lots of Superman stuff, Wonder Woman toys, and of course a whole case just full of Batman figures, including a Joker, Robin, and Batmobiles. The museum had a large section dedicated to Lego sets. Here you see the whole cityscape with the building collections. There's a cinema, grocery shop, the town hall, fire brigade, a pet shop, restaurant, and a big department store. And over here I see a radio tower. And there's a train track with a platform. There's a train station. And around the corner here, there's a shop. Is that a coffee shop? Is that Starbucks? Is that you? And there's some people wearing kimono, and there's a 5-story yellow pagoda somewhere in an Asian town. I see there's also an Apple store in the middle of the town. So the Lego cityscape goes on like this with hundreds of more sets, but I would like to give a rating of the museum. So this is the end of the tour of the toy museum. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please don't forget to subscribe. I had a great time at the Museum of Toys and Collectibles, so this is a 4-star place for me. Anyone can enjoy this place as you'll find at least a few items that remind you of your childhood or something that means a lot to you. There are heaps of toys for gifts in the shop, and there's a little area where small children can play with toys while moms and dads can sit and go on their phones. So you should definitely bring your children, grandchildren, nieces and nephews, or yourself along to visit this brilliant place. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more on museum tours.